Hey guys, what's up? Jaspas here and welcome back to the vlog. Check out the little sweater I'm wearing right now. Boom, boom, so cool. This sweater is from Rip and Dip. It's currently sold out on their website, but I managed to find myself a copy, and for this I really have to thank Loretta. She is the one who bought it for me for my birthday, which is on the 24th of January, in case any of you are wondering. In fact, yesterday's jacket, the one that you saw me wear, the awesome, beautiful blue one, this one, was actually a present for me to my... No. Actually, this is my present to myself, and that awesome blue jacket is a present that Loretta got me. So shout out to Loretta, thank you very much for the awesome jacket. I really like it. Best Loretta around. But enough mucking around, enough stalling for time, enough about the celebratory stuff. Let's talk about the little contest that I did last year for one full brick of awesome playing cards. I have went through all the YouTube videos and looked through the comment sections and thought to myself whose comments seem to add the most to the conversation, who show their opinions, whether they agree with me or not. That's not important. What's important is they bring something constructive and meaningful to the conversation. So I was thinking about it, then I decided that the winner for the brick of random playing cards is my friend Juho. Yay! Contact me on Instagram or on Telegram, on the Patreon group, whichever. Just contact me and let me know your full address so that I can send it out to you. Juho also runs his own YouTube channel, so he has a lot to say, he has a lot to contribute to the community. If you guys like my vlog or listening to someone talk about cardistry, do check his channel out. Now, these few days in Singapore, it has been very humid. That's not strictly true. Technically, it's always humid in Singapore, but don't worry about it. Don't worry. So these few days in Singapore has been really humid. And you know what? Among all the many things in the universe doesn't like humidity? Cards. Playing cards. Paper playing cards. These are the kind of things that are like, and yeah, humidity. If you don't believe how bad the humidity in Singapore is, ask your favorite Singaporean what's his experience with handling playing cards, brand new playing cards, in the direct sun on a humid day. Ask them. I dare you. I dare you. P.S. If you don't have a favorite Singaporean human, their reaction is, "Oh, I hate it! I hate it! I hate it!" The humidity sucks. Humidity sucks, man. The humidity, I hate it. That's because almost every single deck, when you take it out in full humidity, that's because almost every single deck, when you take it out in full Singaporean humidity, in 5 minutes, boom, that deck is dead. It is dead on arrival. It comes out, humidity sucks, man. The humidity, I hate it. That's because almost every single deck, when you take it out in full Singaporean humidity, in 5 minutes, boom, that deck is dead. It is dead on arrival. It comes out, it doesn't fan anymore, and it's like soft and soggy even. Boo. The Singapore weather, boo, do not want. But thankfully, last year and the year before that, in the recent times in the cardistry community, many people have been stepping up to create a product that doesn't suffer from the problems that paper playing cards suffer, which is humidity. Most prominently Chase Duncan with his Squids, but also with many other people such as Ben Klowski, I think, or the guys that make trainers, the portal side people, or even in Indonesia, I think Amsia's looking into making wooden trainers. A lot of people are working on making paper alternatives that last a much longer time. And today's product that we are looking at is no exception to this rule. Today we got a package from Nick An. You remember him from this deck of playing cards. Very awesome playing cards. One of the most unique, most special playing cards. One of the most unique, special playing cards that I have ever reviewed on this channel. And he asked me like, "Hey Jaspas, can I send you some stuff? Some of that good stuff?" Yeah, of course. I almost tore some of the stuff inside. And a letter. He says, Nick An says, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nick. I'm sure I will enjoy this. And he sent, is this a name card or a sticker? And he also sent 2 copies of his name card, which is www.nickan.com. He says that rare playing cards, posters, and more are the things that he specializes in, or his website's about. Very cool name card though. I really like the colors on this name card. Shout out to Nick An. Very cool name card. And finally, we get to the main product. Wow! Ooh, wow! It comes in a hard plastic cover like this, and in the front it says Liquids, Ocean Blue. At the back it says made by Nick An. Very cool. Very cool. The hard plastic cover, very appreciated. I like that a lot. Let's take that out. Oh, Nick. Oh no. I think one of the... Is it leaking or is it just oily? Ooh. I'm not sure. What Nick essentially has done is he has made his own version of Squids, of epoxy trainers, of epoxy resin trainers, and managed to put a layer inside of just like these 2 types of liquids and then some empty space above. Wow, that's really cool. If we split this up a little bit, is it oily here as well? Yeah, it's a bit oily. It smells nice though. I wonder what that is. Nick has also actually given me a heads up. He told me that in the version that he sent me, there is a chance that the epoxy resin is not exactly what he intended it to be. And in this case, it does seem like the epoxy is sticking a bit more than I would assume that he wanted. He also mentions that he has fixed it in the later versions, but this is not the intended stickiness of the packets. Oh gosh, this epoxy is really sticky. Just so you know, I'm using the screwdriver side of the thing, not the knife side of the thing. I would never do something so dangerous. There we go. So let's take a closer look. Basically what he has sent over is 4 pieces of epoxy trainers. On the outside is epoxy resin. On the inside is some kind of blue dyed oil and white oil, and there's a small gap above so that everything can move like so. Very cool. It works, but these are feeling a bit more sticky than I would like them to be. So let's take a look at these in movement. Whoop. Whoop. Very cool. Compared to Squids, these feel much lighter. After all, they are empty on the inside. Also, the way that the packets are designed, the way that it's round here, it makes it a little different from the way that the Squids feel. I personally like this. It feels very smooth and very comfortable to use. But I can't get over the fact that the epoxy resin is sticking to itself so readily. I'm finding these a little bit hard to handle because number 1, they're a bit oily, and number 2, they are sticking to themselves a bit more readily than I think Nick An intends them to do. Once again, he did bring up that these versions have an issue in which he got the formula wrong for the epoxy resin, and ideally if you get one from him right now, it shouldn't stick to itself this readily. But all in all, I think Nick An's liquids look really cool. Just staring at them is quite delightful. I kind of enjoy looking at how it moves as I handle it. Alright, so here's my verdict on Nick Ann's liquids. The pros, I really like how these look. I like how they feel on the edges. I feel like the slight lightness of liquids compared to Squids makes it very interesting to handle. It feels very different from handling Squids. But on the cons, on the downside, I don't think this version of the epoxy resin is ready. If you want to get some liquids for yourself, ask Nick Ann whether or not he has solved the epoxy resin problem yet. He'll be more able to tell you than I am whether or not the resin problem has been solved. And if he has, definitely go for it because these are quite fun to play with and they feel very nice. Alright, so yeah, that's it. That's all for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Juho, please send me your address. Shout out to all my patrons. You guys really are the ones that make it possible for me to do this unboxing channel / vlog channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't have the time to be doing this. Your question for the day is, have you ever tried Squids or, for that matter, liquids or even any of the playing card substitutions? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm very curious to hear what you think. I'm Jaspas. I'm gonna go off now and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.